In this video, we're going to take a look at the flame test lab, which we're going to analyze a bunch of samples to see what colors are emitted when they're heated in a Bunsen burner flame. So first, we're going to look at a bunch of nitrates, so it's a metal ion or cation with nitrate as the anion, so that's in common between all of them. The first one we're going to look at is sodium, and you can see the color of that flame, nice bright orange. But when you're recording your data or your observations, please use at least 2 words when you're describing each color to be a little bit more specific. Use your own judgment. Now we're going to look at lithium. Okay. Now we're going to look at strontium. This nice warped loop applicator. Now we'll look at calcium. And again, these are all nitrates. There you go. All right. Now we're going to look at barium. Potassium. Copper. It's a nice green flame. And now, based off what you've already observed, I'd like you to identify what this unknown would be, just based off of color. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something that's kind of cool, and how we can use optical filters to isolate a certain set of wavelengths, or a specific wavelength even, if we want to. So I'm going to show you, you've already seen sodium and its color without a cobalt lens, but now when we look at it through a cobalt lens, it changes dramatically what we can observe. Since that lens only absorbs basically violet light to come through, you really can't see much of that flame, even though that was a very bright, intense color. Now we're going to look at potassium, quickly without the lens again, and now with the filter. And you can see that nice bright pink color. Now, when I show you the mixture of both sodium and potassium without the lens, you can see that it's a nice bright orange flame. With the cobalt lens, however, you can't actually see the emission from sodium. You can only see the emission from potassium. So it filters out those wavelengths emitted by the sodium. Now, lastly, we're going to look at sodium chloride, which has obviously a different anion because it's not sodium nitrate. And you can compare the color of each of these to see how little the anion actually affects it. And now, lastly, I'm going to show you sodium chloride as a solid, which clearly gives you the same color. One other thing you can think about while you're watching this is think about how fireworks give off the nice bright colors that they give off in the sky. Now I want you to answer the analysis questions that follow in the lab handout.